Okay, hi everyone. Hi, I'm happy to welcome all of you here at today's webinar. I think we still have some minutes left to wait also for latecomers, and anyway, 3 minutes for the kickoff, right? So we are still tuning the sound. Yeah, so we'll come back in several minutes. Hi, Bruno. Yeah, so don't go away, far away. And those who have forgotten your cup of coffee or bottled water, be sure to grab them. It will be very hot today, very hot topics. So see you just in a minute, okay? All right, guys. So I'm back. I think you're also well prepared, right? Before we kick off, okay, just let me know in the chat what's your name and where you're from, okay? So just to see who's present today, yeah, I'll start maybe first. I'm Hannah. I'll tell you a bit more. Yeah? I'm account executive at SplitMetrics, SearchAdsHQ department, and I'm based in Minsk in Belarus. So please let me know your name, where you're from, and maybe something good, some funny emoji. Just 3 days ago, I could tell you that I was lying on the beach of the Atlantic Ocean, but like it was 3 days ago, it's no longer today. Okay, hi Anton. 19 people more. Yeah, I see that it's adding up. Oh, cool. Hi, Hillary. Hi. Okay, those who are very shy can put just emoji. Hi, Bruno. Adam, cool. Toronto. We have Brazil, Toronto, Minsk, Moscow, Vietnam, Chicago, London. Superb international team. That's awesome. Los Angeles. Hi, Lena. Okay. So hi again, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Just go ahead with that. And I think it's the right time for us to kick off. Okay. Yeah. So today, the big topic, as you know, is 5 metrics to optimize an Apple Search Ads channel. And today we'll dig deeper into what these vital metrics are, the ways to streamline them, and discuss key takeaways from performance report on ASA industry benchmarks. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so I guess first thing in the morning when you log into your Apple Search Ads account is reviewing performance numbers, right? And there are 3 options, as we well know, for viewing data within your account. First one, campaigns dashboard. It lets you access such tip-level metrics as spend, impressions, tabs within your campaign dashboard, ad groups dashboard, and keywords tab. Another one is charts. It lets you visualize your SA performance via bar graphs, charts, trend lines. And one of them also is custom reports. It allows you to see data choosing report dimensions, metrics, granularity you prefer. When we discuss data available in Apple Search Ads account, it's important to know that reports do not include data for in-app purchases, and more importantly, you can't track the lifetime value of your customers for SA account directly. As we all know, Apple Search Ads counts conversions as downloads, re-downloads, rather than opens, in-app purchases, subscriptions, and other valuable metrics that we all need to track and optimize, right? All in all, you cannot see whether people who download your app actually bring money back. And the first thing you need to think about is whether your investments are paying off. So for these insights, you will need to connect your Apple Search Ads with your app attribution partners. And there are 2 ways how you can do it. If you're a small app developer with just 1-3 running campaigns, you can use Apple's Attribution API to track detailed data and integrate with any of the mobile measurement partners. So I put just most popular of them. You can be using someone else. That's fine. And by integrating with the MMPs, you can bridge the data from MMP, from ASA, and track both basic metrics, post-install events. However, if you're a big publisher, you may find this method pretty time-consuming, and it takes really heaps of time to relate Apple Search Ads campaigns with the output statistics, creating dozens of Excel sheets every week. Maybe some of you creating it every day. And based on that, you make decision on the effectiveness of specific campaign and keyword. So if you run ads for more than one app and have 4+ ongoing campaigns, choosing the second option here is way more preferable for you. And the second option is literally connect your ASA and your MMP of choice in one of API-based management platforms. One of them is SearchAdsHQ. There are some more on the market as well. So now as you have all statistics at your fingertips, so it's high time to identify which metrics give you insights on how to earn more, spending less. The reason for these metrics to be so important is that in ASA, though you pay for users taps on a banner, you earn money only when a user spends money inside your app. So as you could see on the right, there is a funnel leading there, each stage of which should be optimized to ensure that your ad spend gets returned with a healthy margin in the end. So let's examine the most important ones. As you could see, I singled out 5 of them. CPA, ROAS, ROI, CPT, conversion volume, and conversion rate. And today we'll cover each of them separately. All right, let's start with CPA. If you're a marketer for subscription-based app, you keep the cost per action top of mind. That's for sure. And basically, CPA is the average cost of conversion actions performed by users. So how much do you spend on a user who subscribes inside your app? That's what CPA tells you. If you want your search ads campaigns to be profitable, so these costs should be lower than the revenue generated from the action. Apparently, CPA optimization is about how to get users who will perform target action at a lower cost. Let's say you have subscription-based fitness app. Here, subscription is your target action. Let's say an average user pays $40 per year and stays with you for 2 years. Knowing RPU and your lifetime, we can calculate lifetime value. Right? In our case, the cost of a target action should not exceed $80. But that's not the amount we want to pay, right? We need to pay less and earn some profit. The thing is, LTV is gross profit, but there are fixed acquisition and support costs too. You will probably have to pay 30 fee per user subscription to Apple's App Store and around 20% in taxes, customer support, content production costs. So whatever, you know these numbers better, yeah. So let's get back to your fitness app. Taking into account 50% of the user LTV, yeah, that's 30 for Apple's fee and 20 for all the different costs, your profit per subscriber will be like that. So $40 is the CPA, which will keep you at a break-even point. But if you want your profit to be greater than costs, you need to bring the CPA further down. So there you have it. In this example, $30 is the optimal CPA, which will produce $10 profit per fitness app subscriber with 2 years of lifetime. So now that you know your target CPA, we can adjust the CPT bit of a keyword according to the following funnel. As you can see, max CPT is conversion rate multiplied by target CPA, and you may wonder where this 1.2 comes from, right? In reality, as you know, CPT is usually around 10-20% lower than the set max CPT bid because of a second price auction. Let's take an example. If you have $1 max CPT bid, you're likely to spend around 20% less, 80 cents. 80 cents per tap on average. So to compensate the difference, we multiplied the bid by 1.2. Again, it's approximate number. The difference between CPT and the actual bid, so you can calculate your specific number for yourself. All right, in our case, so we calculate conversion rate, and this max CPT bid is around $1.8. With all this in mind, there are two things I would like you to remember. Yeah. So first of all, this method that I've shown to you of CPA bid optimization, it has to be applied to each keyword according to its specific funnel. Yeah, impressions, downloads, impressions, tabs, downloads, installs, actions, and revenue. Second, CPA optimization should be performed continuously, meaning it's not set at forget measure. LTV as well as keywords bids, your conversion rate, these are dynamic parameters, yeah, with changing over time, and CPA optimization, it should be performed accordingly to that. Okay, great, guys. So if you have any questions at this point, yeah, please drop them in the chat. I think we'll find time to come at the end of the webinar to them and answer them. Yeah, it's a Q&A session. So please go ahead, yeah, not to forget your questions. Just a quick pause to gulp a fresh air. Yeah, breathe in, breathe out, and we can go ahead. All right. So we have covered how to optimize CPA. Now let's imagine you market a game app where users can buy gold for real money. One in-app purchase can bring you from $1 to $1,000, which means you can't calculate the average CPA. So ROAS comes into play. ROAS shows the number of dollars you make from an ad campaign per each dollar spent on it. Yeah. While ROAS is all about the performance of a particular marketing channel, ROI is a broader scale measure of the overall marketing performance. So with that in mind, yeah, let's move on to the optimization of these above-defined metrics. The idea behind ROAS optimization is to keep returns at a particular level. It's not our advertising costs that matter here, right? But the amount of return you earn from your investments. Similar to CPA optimization we just covered with you, you'll have to give away approximately 50% of the generated revenue in Apple fees and operational costs. This way, your margin per revenue of, say, $1,000 will be $500. With the minimal ROAS of 200%, and target ROAS of 250 or 300, 400. So it depends on what's your target ROAS. Yeah, which one you would like to hit. Yeah. So you want definitely not only compensate for spend, but earn something extra. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just remember what's your target ROAS. Yeah. Recollect these, keep it in your head, and let's switch further on. Getting down to bid optimization with this ROAS strategy in mind that you just recollected, there is the formula to count max EBIT bid for this funnel. And this is how we recommend to optimize bids for ROAS-based model. And you have to apply this calculation to each keyword based on its specific funnel. Literally, max EBIT bid goes down to revenue divided by number of taps, multiplied by target ROAS, and 1.2, something that we discussed with you, Barb. You can skip 1.2, but if you add it, it will be more precise. Yeah, the figure will be much more precise. Okay. So honestly, I wish all were that simple, that transparent, but reality is harsh. For the reason of data discrepancies, measuring Apple search ads performance is really tricky. In search ads, data discrepancies range from 30 to 70%, which means up to 70% of revenue from this channel can be hidden. It is attributed to the organic traffic or other marketing channels. I'll allow myself just brief digression here, okay, to see if it's a common pain among you. Yeah, if you struggle with data discrepancy, please put any sad emoji in the chat, guys. Yeah? Just for me to know that there is the sense to linger on this topic. Okay, if you're very fine, no data discrepancy, everything is perfect, give me a big thumb up. Right? Okay, yeah, I see people are straight. Natalie, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, so we have those who are very disappointed with that. So guys, you're not alone. As I told you, 30, 70, if you're within this range, yeah, you are in the majority. So the question then, which you would like to answer, right? Why does data discrepancy happen? So two reasons, mainly redownloads. Depending on settings, MMPs can recognize that redownload by an existing user. Yeah, if it's a redownload, it will attribute it to the media source this user initially came from. Some app categories, which we know, dating, for instance, have over 60% of redownloads. Yeah, so just keep your eye on that. The second one, it's LET, limited tracking. As we all know, when LET is on, the identifier for advertisers associated with the device is substituted with zeros. So none of the user data, including app installs, can be collected by MMPs. So I touched upon the topic of data discrepancies within the metric ROAS, ROI. Yeah, you may wonder why. I just want to show you the example. Yeah, of calculation, not paying attention to data discrepancy and those adding them, yeah, including them. So let's have a look. Okay, the ROAS calculated ignoring that mismatch is absolutely distorted, you know it. So let's say you promote an app and your marketing activities produce the following results. Yeah. This is your spend, your downloads, re-downloads, LAT on conversions, some glitches, and MMP installs. Yeah. So first of all, let's calculate ROAS ignoring data discrepancies. Yeah. So here we see 25%, means that you spend more than you get, and either optimization is needed or the advertising channel doesn't line up with your unit economics. Now let's take into account hidden installs. We'll take just 3 downloads and LAT on conversions, yeah, because it's simpler. And assuming that they don't overlap, yeah, we'll receive the following result. And look, it's dramatic difference. It's 5 times bigger than strict ROAS, right? So by calculating return on ad spend this way, you can see that there's the true picture of your Apple search ads performance. You can bid more competitively and you can efficiently scale your campaigns. Yeah, so just always take it into account. So if you do, good boy, good girl, yeah, give me a thumb up as Marco did, yeah. And it means that you know this, yeah, you know this trick. Just, again, a little bit of fresh air. I'll drink some water. Yeah, so MEMS, that's how we live. Yeah, because lots of numbers, I know lots of formulas. I think that it would be a good idea to come back to that. Yeah, discuss any questions you have. Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Our next vital topic is cost per tap. Okay, so CPT is underpinning performance like pricing model, yeah, of search ads. In SA, you pay only when your users tap on your banner, and CPT is a metric to show how much this tap costs you. He will discuss how to spend just enough to both beat competitors in an auction and not kill all of your ad budget fast. The higher CPT bids are, the sooner your ad budget fades. And at some point, you'll find it hard to stick to the desired ROAS, right? On the other hand, low CPT bid decreases your chances of hitting the auction. And as a result, your ad does not appear in the App Store search at all. So taking into account that your CPT bids shouldn't be either too high or too low, what can be done to safely optimize bids and boost ad efficiency at the same time? There are 5 ways to optimize bids. First of all, adjust bids to your target metrics. That is the most straightforward optimization technique. Keep your North Star metrics, CPA or ROAS in focus, and increase or decrease your CPT bid accordingly, so experiment. Secondly, use negative keywords. Search terms with low relevance store eat up your ad budget. And by using negative keywords, you can prevent your ad from being matched to irrelevant search terms, which in turn will decrease your CPT bid and improve other metrics across the funnel. Thirdly, pause keywords, not performing keywords. Yeah, similar to the previous method, irrelevant, low-performing keywords can be paused. And by redirecting your advertising budget towards more efficient keywords, you can bring the CPT bid down. The first one, work with your audience. It's common knowledge that you split the audience into groups for the sake of personalization. Segmentation can work just as well to optimize your CPT bid. For example, for your rapper game, a female audience may convert better compared to male audience. So if you decrease the CPT bid for the male segment, the average CPT will go down too. Just a quick note here, as you remember, with defined audience, you'll also get rid of LAT on downloads. Yeah, big plus to data discrepancy. And the fifth one, segment based on scheduling. So we all know that audiences may behave differently throughout week. For example, your target users are active from Monday to Friday, inactive on weekends, vice versa. If it sounds familiar to you, there is a way to optimize bid. Just turn your ads off at weekends and watch average CPT decrease. But remember to maintain a reasonable balance between cost per tap and conversion volume. So following all these steps will make your numbers look perfect. I hope as perfect as he is. All right, so I mentioned conversion volume. Yeah, that's pretty important metric. That's what I'd like to discuss with you as well. Actually, reaching the target values of CPA, ROAS, CPT is vital, but only half of the job. Ideally, good metrics should be backed by a reasonable amount of conversions. This is where the conversion volume comes into play. So conversion volume is the number of conversions generated over a certain period, like week or month. And the metric has nothing to say about how efficiently you advertise, but you should maintain it at a certain level for that efficiency. If your search ads campaign's well optimized, conversion volume should grow as times go by, and while the costs of advertising should stay on the same level or preferably, of course, drop. So what are the ways to optimize conversion volume? First of all, add more keywords. By searching and adding relevant keywords, you increase your chances of getting extra impressions, and if you remember the funnel, down the funnel, more conversions. Practice the keyword expansion technique from time to time and include efficient keywords to your tier 1 top performance list. Secondly, run discovery or exploration campaigns. Apple Search Ads Discovery campaigns, one of the methods to expand this list of keywords via search match, via broad match. I won't be expanding too much on that. We have very extensive blog post at SplitMetrics blog. Yeah, go ahead there, or feel free to PM me or email me. I'll send it over to you. Okay. The third way to increase or reallocate your budget. A very tight daily budget can significantly limit your impressions. It's reasonable to revise your allocations sometimes and identify the areas where it's investing more. Focus on localizations, ad groups, high LTV keywords. The fourth one is expand your targeting. If you run high-performing campaigns in the US storefront with new storefronts available since March, the chances are that you may be successful in other English-speaking countries. So just give it a try if you haven't already. The fifth, increase your bid. So low bids may be a reason for not entering into an auction and losing traffic. So raising bids is a smart way to improve competitiveness. And do you have Apple's bid insights per keyword, the bid hints at the areas? They may help you as well. Okay, so now we are moving to the last metric I wanted to touch upon is conversion rate. Conversion rate is the perfect metric to estimate whether the funnel you've built is poor or healthy. Conversion rate shows the overall number of conversions generated from taps and to particular in-app actions within a certain period of time. You're doing good if the conversion rate is high, because it means that you pay less for a particular target action and budget allows you to acquire more users. But if your conversion rate is declining, that's a red flag, guys, that some optimization is needed here. We'll study how to fight low conversion, our enemy. You can optimize conversion rate at any funnel stage that you see at the picture, including post-install events. Here we'll focus on pre-install conversions, impressions to taps and taps to downloads, so TTR and download rate. What can be done to optimize these conversions? First of all, A/B test creative sets. It's widely known that updated metadata can bring you great results in TTR CVR boost. You can explore more detailed cases, again, in our blog on testing creative sets within ASA and limitations on this method. Secondly, use creative sets more relevant to user queries. Apple's creative sets allow for more ad variations and personalize your ad banner for a particular audience. So instead of a default ad that I think some people have, you can set up a custom banner for your target audience of up to 10 screenshots and 3 video previews. More than that, you can align creatives to specific keyword themes and audiences. So that's definitely a conversion booster right there. Use it. The third one, localize better. If you position your app in a different region, keep in mind cultural differences. Try to adjust your app's metadata to the corresponding market. The results will be surprisingly pleasant to you. Rating, also something you shouldn't neglect. It's a huge factor behind users either downloading or abandoning your app in search. As many as 70% of users read at least one app review before giving it a download. So make sure to have 4+ star rating and some positive featured reviews. And the fifth one here is segments your audience. So when you use this technique to decrease the average CPT, you influence the conversion rate in the first place. For example, ads switched off from Saturday to Sunday pushed the conversion rate up, which results in the CPT adjustments. Now you're all, I hope, well armed with all these techniques and tools necessary to optimize and boost your main ASA KPIs like CPT, CPA, ROI, conversion rate, and volume. Yeah. Are there any questions? Yeah. How do you feel? I know maybe if you are in EDT, the lunch is coming soon. Yeah. So try to make the last point very concise and very to the topic. So I see the question from Marco. We'll come back to it at the end of the webinar, okay? I see it, I remember it. Okay, the last part of this webinar, I think very interesting one. It will be about Apple Search Ads industry benchmarks, yeah? So you could have a look what data was used for this. It's our marketing team that collected ASA benchmarks from July last year to February this year. So it includes 13 storefronts, yeah, without newly added ones. We have an extended PDF version in our blog and on our website as well, or again, PM me, I'll send it over to you, yeah, in PDF version. I won't dive deep into the full report, but I'll cover, I've picked for you 5 catchy, most interesting facts to ponder over. Yeah, I hope you'll like it. It will be some food for thought, right? Okay, so the first one is ad channels by TTR, CTR. So the average TTR in Apple Search Ads is around 6%. And it's about 1% smaller than last year, which points that it's transient resistant of users to us, so they recognize it. And in comparison to Facebook and Google Ads, Apple's ad network boasts higher tap-through rate, as you could see. Our research also has revealed the average conversion rate of almost 50%, with the highest rates in the lifestyle, music, and photo and video categories. Such conversion rates result from highly motivated users that come to the App Store to search for apps. Also, another fact is the average CPT across all the App Store categories is approximately 95 cents. It's greater than last year. As you could see in 2018, it was 84. So the most expensive categories here are sports and finance. One more regards cost per acquisition. So the average CPA is around $1.90, which exceeds last year's average of $1.76. Probably due to the fact that the market gets more mature here. Yeah, and the most expensive categories in terms of cost per acquisition of finance, as you could see, $10 with the change, and sports as well. Regarding storefronts, yeah, if you wonder what the most expensive storefront, so it's obviously USA first, but the second one, surprisingly, is Japan. Yeah, it's $91, resulting from low conversion rate and TTR. Western publishers have to rethink their brand positioning in Asian markets, yeah, and localize campaigns accordingly to these numbers. Yeah, you should be very competitive there. Okay, so I think let's recap what we discussed today. We singled out the most important ASA metrics to measure. Yeah, we discussed and analyzed techniques of optimization of each of them. And we talked a little bit about key takeaways from our ASA industry benchmarks for 2019. Again, find time, have a look at the full report. I think there is lots of interesting facts there for you. Okay, now is this high time for questions and answers. Yeah, so just before going into that, I say that I really enjoyed it. Yeah, you've Thank you for being active here. Okay, so let's get down to the questions. Marco, I was testing 2 creative sets. Both have the same CPA, CPT, and conversion rate, but one has 50% higher TTR. What would you do? Good question. I would ask you and maybe have a look at what kind of images you used. Yeah, what screenshots are, how trendy they are. Yeah, are they well optimized? Again, yeah, which keywords you allocated to each of these creative set? Yeah, because it's a huge difference there, 50% TTR. So we definitely if you've been at the webinar of Olga, my colleague, about pre-launch, about ASO part, yeah, where you need to pay attention to screenshots, icons, optimization. It's a good idea to always understand how trendy you are right now. Yeah, how popular the elements you use in your creative sense. Good idea also, I would like to ask you which storefront you were advertising on, yeah, and use these creative sets for. So I think we'll catch and grab these questions to email, yeah, or maybe Skype messaging. I'll ask you these additional questions and we'll see what was the trick there. The second question, Kain, yeah, I hope I say it correctly. So at the moment, I don't set max CPA to any value, and the CPA is still under the target CPA, which is good. But if I want to increase the conversion, should I set max CPA and decrease CP to bid? Superb question. I'll send you over on these an article that is coming, like I hope this week, of our marketing team about value-based optimization of bids, of CPA, and there were also superb blog posts by Gabe from Incipient who talks about that, how to optimize according to your CPA goal. He talks about tiering keywords and putting value according to the volume of keywords and value of keywords to you. I'll send it over to you. If you would like to discuss it, we can again catch on the call. Yeah, good question. Okay. Regarding CPTBs, everything was the same. Okay, US storefront screenshots. All right, yeah, we'll discuss it. Thank you, Anton. Yeah, super quick helping with that. All right, so guys, I think if more questions are coming, please email them to hannah@splitmetrics.com. I would love to discuss everything with you, get some more details, yeah, of your questions. If you would like, again, to meet on a call or somewhere, if you are in Minsk, maybe on Mama board that we have just on 12th of July, and if you're coming to Minsk, so please be sure to come over to my office and meet in person. So I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Rachel, yeah, the last question. What's the best way to scale a campaign? Again, there is a big blog post we have in one of our courses, a SA course. I'll send personally over this to you about scaling campaigns, about working with the discovery campaigns, yeah, and understanding what search terms, which search terms are good and which are bad, and how to allocate them in your campaign structure. Thank you so much for this question. Very good one. All right, and thank you all of you for your. Thank you, Anton. He's helping with everything. Yeah. Very on time. Yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining. All the questions, we'll be waiting for it. Would like to continue our communication. Yeah, really appreciate your time. Happy to see you again. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think goodbye for now. Okay, we have one more. This is for you. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.